In this video, we're going to cover the reports section, specifically two areas, the packages and the classes and appointments. To access your reports module, go to the left side menu and click on reports. Let's start with our package section. The first report we have available is packages. This report will provide you access to all information related to the packages that were sold. That includes the client name, the membership name, the type of that membership, the start date and the end date, the total passes, the passes that were used, and the remaining passes, the invoiced amount, the received amount, and of course, if the client has not paid you yet, you will also be able to see any outstanding payments. The status will also be available whether active or inactive, and that will depend on whether that specific package is still available for the client to use. Package assignment and the retention days of those clients. Similar to all our reports, you are able to choose the specific time you want displayed in your report, simply by clicking on this month and then choosing one of our quick filters here, or go with a custom date, then click and drag the specific duration you want displayed. Click apply and it will reflect the information accordingly. You are also able to filter your report by clicking on the report option and choosing whether you want to see it as simple, per package, or per class schedule. The per package filter will group the packages together, providing you a total amount of how much was invoiced, received, outstanding, total passes used, and remaining passes per individual type of package. For example, we have the PT one-on-one here, we have the functional training package here, and we have the 2-month package here, and all of them display the information accordingly. Of course, you are able to export your reports. However, this also provides you a detailed export. And if you filter through per class schedule, this will display your packages through a specific class schedule assignment. For example, we have the ballet on the 24th at 1 p.m. It will show us all the packages that were used for that class, similar to other classes that you have available. That includes, of course, the invoiced, received, outstanding, and the passes, the used ones, the total, and the remaining. Additionally, if your business has multiple branches, you are able to select which branch specifically you would like to see. Now, let's go to our second report, which is the membership expiry. This is a very helpful report to help you keep track of all the membership that are about to expire. In its current view, it provides us the name of the client, their information such as email and phone numbers, in which branch they are located, and in which branch they are invoiced. Additionally, of course, the membership name, the start and its expiry date, the invoice number, the purchase date, and how many passes they have remaining. We have the option to filter this report by a certain membership status, whether the active ones, near expiry, expired, expired and not renewed, and expired and inactive. You're also able to filter by the invoiced branch, by the client branch, or by specific package. For example, I only want to see the clients who have a 2-month package. Once I select it, click apply, and this will filter it accordingly. And I can get a detailed view on when those packages will expire. Similar to all our reports, you are able to select the specific time, whether it is through a quick filter or a custom date by clicking and dragging to the specific duration that you need. One additional thing that this specific report provides you is to be able to email your clients. From here, you can click on this email button, select all or some of the clients that you want to send an email to, click send, And this will provide you an option to write your own template, maybe attach pictures, or send them a reminder to renew if you're tracking the clients who did not renew as of yet, and send them the email accordingly. You also have the option to export to an Excel sheet. Our next report is the incomplete memberships. If you have an option to auto-renew your memberships, whether through the pending method or an incomplete method, the packages that are left pending will show up in this report. This will allow you to either invoice or complete the pending memberships you have available. For example, let's take this client. She has an uninvoiced package. This will allow us to click on the invoice button here and invoice her accordingly. You can also filter it per specific time frame. Choose a specific filter of a duration you want to see, and of course export it to an Excel sheet. And the last section in our package report is the freeze membership. Once you freeze a package or a membership for a client, it will be automatically displayed in this report to give you a record of all the packages that were frozen. For example, we can tell immediately this month, this client has this membership frozen from this date to this date. And the duration of the freezing type is 14 days. You are able to filter this report by clicking on Report option and choosing a specific membership or by a specific branch. Of course, you are able to select the time, whether through a quick filter or by choosing a custom date by clicking and dragging accordingly. You can also export that report to an Excel sheet. Now, let's go to our classes and appointments section. The first report we'll cover in this area is class attendance. The class attendance report will provide for us the information of how many attendees are available in each specific class. As you can see, we can see the class name, the trainer, the branch, the date, the time, and how many attendees are in each one. Of course, if any of our clients do not have a membership, it will also be displayed here as a session owed. You are able to filter this report by month, week, trainer, schedule, or branch. The most commonly used ones are the trainer and the schedule. Let's select the trainer together. With this filter, it allows us to see the trainers' names, how many classes each of them are doing within this specific duration of time, how many attendees they have in total, and the average between the classes and the attendees. The second filter is schedule. This will allow us to see our class attendance per specific schedule. We have the class names here, the number of classes available, and the number of attendees next to them, as well as the average. Of course, I can choose the specific duration either by quick filtration or by choosing a custom date, and then click and drag to the specific duration you need. You are of course able to export that report to an Excel. The second report we have in our classes and appointments section is the class late cancellation. This will help us to see any late cancellation that happened in our classes as well as any no-shows. We can already tell during this month 3 clients have not attended our classes. We can see their names, we can see what classes they did not attend, on what date, at what time, and with what trainer. We are able to filter this report by month, week, trainer, schedule, or class. If we filter it by trainer, it will allow us to see how many clients missed classes with specific trainers. If we filter it by schedule, it will allow us to see how many clients skipped specific types of classes. And if we filter it by class, it will allow us to see what specific classes on what days and times were those clients missed, as well as, of course, the trainers of those classes. You are able to filter per specific duration by choosing a quick filtration option or by a custom date, click and drag as we do with all reports. The third report we have available is private sessions. The private session report is similar to the class attendance, however, it's mostly dedicated to provide us information about our private session status. That means it will provide us the session name, if there is a package with that client, the price to it, the trainer, the service, the client name, the date, the time of that session, what is the package type, and of course the attendance, whether it's still pending, that means no attendance was taken, present, late cancellation, or no show if the client did not attend. You are able to filter per specific attendance type, which is very important. Once we click on report option, you can choose which option you want displayed. Let's go with completed, click apply, and this will show us the ones that attendance was taken on. You are also able to group them by month, week, trainer, or service. If we group them by trainer, for example, we'll be able to see each trainer and how many sessions did they provide. You can filter them by field or room. If you would like to see how many private sessions were done in a specific space in your business, as well as by branch if your business has multiple branches. The fourth report is the field rental. This report, similar to the private session, however, will provide us information about all the rooms or fields that we have rented out. We can see the field name, the subfield name, its category if there's one, the client, whether they have booked offline or online from the application, the price, whether a discount has been provided, the earning, the taxes, and the net earning amount, whether the client has paid or whether it's still waiting for arrival, that means attendance has not been taken yet. We are also able to tell whether that payment was made offline, that means at the premises, or online, that means they paid from the application. How much was paid, how much outstanding balance there is, the start date, the start time, the end date, and of course the end time. This report also provides us the total at the bottom. The total earning, the tax, the net earning, outstanding, paid and unpaid, and the partially paid ones. We can filter this report by clicking on the report option and choosing to see them per specific field or room, per specific subfield, or per specific category, as well as seeing only the pending, the completed, or the cancelled ones. Let's choose per field. This will divide the rooms and fields we have available, and this will provide us information on which rooms or field are being rented out the most. As you can see, we can already tell that our yoga room this month has made $45, however, our meditation room has made $20. The last report in our classes and appointment is the rating and reviews. The rating and review will display the information of the class and the instructor in this report. As we can see here, we have the name of the user, their phone number, their email, the activity they attended, the date of the activity and the time, and its type. And we can tell what the rating was. If there's a review displayed, it will show up here. What is the instructor's name, and the instructor's rating by that client, and of course any instructor review as well. We will have the total displayed at the bottom, and this report can be filtered by activity, or by a specific instructor. You can also filter them by seeing the rating above a certain number or below a certain number.